Welcome back inside Golf Talk Canada. Well, every week here on the show, we speak with the winners on PGA Tour Americas, and we saw quite the wild finish over the weekend at the Commissionaires Ottawa Open, where Brett White, wow, what a finish it was. A final round 59 to win. And Brett now joins us here on GTC. Brett, have you had a chance to take a look back and reflect on what you did over the weekend?
Yeah, I think yesterday was just like, I don't know, a dream. Waking up this morning and not going to the golf course and just doing some laundry and parenting duties. I was able to reflect with my wife. It was pretty cool last night.
I can only imagine. And yeah, so the 59 to go on to win, you make what, 15 birdies and 20 holes, including the playoff on Sunday. But did you have a really good warm up? Like how, for a lot of our audience hasn't shot 59 before. So
Yeah.
take us through the day. How are you feeling heading into the round?
Yeah, I was feeling good. I've been working, with my coach in Houston. I went about 7 weeks, kind of in the from June until at the end of Bromont. I flew back to Houston, so it was like 7 weeks since we'd worked together and just kind of cleaned a few things up. It was a lot of, hey, let's just focus on tempo. Your swing looks good. Just my timing was off, and warming up with a metronome before every round. And I guess it took 4 rounds for it to finally really click. But yeah, I had a good warm up. The conditions were perfect. There was very little wind, and the course was a little soft. So, it all had to go. It all has to go right when you shoot 59. So.
Well,
Yeah.
it certainly went right on the 18th hole when you were faced with a very challenging 63-foot putt for Eagle. And did you know that Eagle putt was for 59?
Yes, I did. And I just was I remember, telling my caddy like I hit that shot into 18 and it was pretty far away, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? It's pretty cool to have a putt for 59. I've never had a putt for 59." So I don't even know if I wasn't really expecting to make it. I just didn't want a three putt. I was like, let's focus on speed and try and post a number because I knew at that point I was in contention for the tournament. So just to add at least one more. I actually had that putt last year. I played the event last year, and the pin on Sunday was very similar. I hit it in a pretty similar spot, and I got up or I hit a good putt last year. Got down in two. I just remember it breaking a little left and being a little apprehensive to aim it right of the hole last time, and I missed it just a little low left. A year ago. So I guess a little bit of that course knowledge. I just aimed it a foot right and hoped I got the speed right. And I don't know. I looked at the video, and afterwards when I went in, I was like, did that go in like with good speed, or did that just hammer in? Because I left the pin in. So I think it looked like I had some pretty good speed. I don't think I would have had much to clean up, but yeah, I definitely, wasn't expecting necessarily it to go in, but God darn, it looked good the whole way.
It certainly did from the angle I saw on TV as well. So you make the putt to shoot 59, and then you have to regroup for a playoff. What was that like for you mentally to have to come down really from the high of firing a 59 to say, hey, I got to go win this golf tournament now in a playoff?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was all just kind of part of it, or you just are so in the zone. I just went and had lunch, had to change a diaper and hang out with my wife, and it was a nice distraction. And we just kept on scoreboard watching. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna hold up, but like, how can I complain? I threw everything I had at it. Um, and then it kind of was looking like, guys were one behind with two or three to go. And it was like, this could go either way. But when somebody posted 26, I knew there was a chance of a playoff. I just went in and started my warm up again, put the metronome on my earbuds, and, just hit a bunch of wedges and really tried to stay in the zone. So that little warm up kind of got me back into it after lunch and stuff. And yeah, I came out ready in the
And you,
playoff.
you certainly did, and you got the job done in a playoff. Now, you mentioned changing diapers. You mentioned your wife there, and I love asking this question to winners after they get the job done. After all your media obligations, you look at your phone for the first time. What was it like seeing messages from friends and family?
It was great. I probably had 350, and have group chats are going left and right. Group chats from high school and college, and my sponsors group chat, and just having a lot of all the support. It takes a lot. I've been professional now 9 years, and just the great people I've met, the people that have supported me, whether it's financially or just taking me out to play when I'm in town, or just giving me a text every now and again. So it meant a lot to have all that support. It was fun. We drove right from the golf course yesterday to our Airbnb here in Toronto, and my wife was reading every text message, and she was replying, and we were going over replies, and just, oh, who's that? Oh, I met him in some city 3 years ago, and she's like, what do you want to say? It was just 4 hours of that. So we had a lot of fun with it. We tried to enjoy the moment. And, that 4 hours, 4.5 hour drive was not too bad. You're kind of riding a high.
Yeah, I'm sure it flew by, and now you're going to be playing this week at TPC Toronto at Osprey Valley. How much do you know about the golf course that you're playing?
Yeah, I played here in 2023, when they had a Canadian, I think it was still the Canadian Tour or the Mackenzie Tour.
Yeah.
So I played it before, and then also played it last year after the Tour Championship stuck around for a charity event called the Corby Classic. And Game Above, my sponsor, bought a team, and we played. I played the Heathlands that day as well. So I've been out to TPC a few times, played both the North and the Heathlands, and it's a great facility. The clubhouse is I think just opened last year. It was immaculate. So I know they hosted the Canadian Open and ran a good event. So I'm excited to get back there.
Yeah, it's a really cool property, and we had the chance to broadcast from that golf course earlier this year, and we'll do so again next year for the RBC Canadian Open. But for you now that you have a victory, and a victory in a thrilling way, how have your expectations altered, if at all, for the rest of the PGA Tour America season?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing some solid golf. I would think I was 13th or 14th on the points list heading into this week. So played good in the Latin swing. And my goal has always been the same, just trying to get into the top 10 on this tour, and get your Korn Ferry card, get some guaranteed starts. For me, get back to a position that I had, in 2022. And, 2022, I learned a lot about what I need and how I need to get better. And I think I've really worked hard on my game. I found the right coaches, Jamie Marshall in Houston and Marcus Potter, for my putting. And, I got a great support team with Game Above around me. So I'm excited, hopefully we'll go and secure that top 10 with a couple more good finishes, and get back onto the Korn Ferry Tour. So that's the main goal, and a win helps. I'm now like third, I think, in the points list. So I'll maybe adjust my goals from just top 10 to trying to win the Fortinet Cup.
Well, I mentioned earlier that we always have the winners of PGA Tour Americas on our show after they get the job done. So, Brad, what do you say? You get another victory this season, and you join us on the show again?
Absolutely. I hope to see you again for sure.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, congratulations on the thrilling victory, 59 to win a PGA Tour sanctioned event. Not many people have the opportunity to say that. Brett, all the best here going forward, and hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, Scully. Appreciate it.